We are joined now by John Rathouz, former PGA Caddie. John, how are you this morning?
I'm great, guys. How are you doing?
We just, we are waiting to do our picks without looking at the leaderboard. So it's
So no spoilers on leaderboard right now.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, we haven't looked.
So I can not even talk about the leaderboard during this interview?
No, you can't. It's okay.
Are you sure?
Well,
No. Okay.
Oh, wow.
How about no, John.
no specifics. You can say if somebody's playing well.
Okay.
If they're not, you can if they're not a top 15 golfer.
I can talk about them if they're not a top 15 golfer. Okay, I can play that game.
Right? Because those are going to be the guys probably that get picked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I mean, here, I'll say this. You're going to be disappointed at times. You will be disappointed with some of your picks. Hey, and some of your picks, guys, are doing great.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, let me. Well, you've seen the leaderboard.
I have.
So Shane said 1 under. You said no. Shane said 3 under.
4.
4
I
under.
Said 2.
You said 2 under.
You said +3.
I said +3. What score wins at Oakmont?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it could be under par. It could be over par. So right around even par. In fact, they had Gil Hands on last night on the live and he's the guy that, helped, lead this restoration. And he felt around even par was going to be a good score at the end of the week. Maybe you aren't lifting the trophy, but you could be. I think the weather is a little bit the variable here that could come into play. I think what they've seen is the golf course has already got a little bit of bounce in it this morning, which was a little bit different than maybe Monday or Tuesday. So it changed already as the week's gone on. They've got so much analytics now that they can get this thing exactly where they want it. The change that could happen is maybe on Saturday some rain could come in and change the outcome a little bit. But this is a U.S. Open course that in the past over par has won, and all accounts are that it's going to be an extremely difficult test this week. We've seen that already.
Okay, I tried to. Now I'm I'm in the first and the last place. I'm looking to solidify my dominance here this week. If I just give you these two stats, which one will be more important for you? Fairways hit or strokes gained?
I would just say I think fairways hit, is going to be. If you don't hit fairways this week, I don't think you have a realistic chance. Although, the last couple of winners here have been, right around 50, 60%, but I think the rough's even, more difficult this week. I think the key stat that we've seen out of past champions is greens in regulation, right? So fairways hit kind of go hand in hand with greens in regulation. Although, if you're pushing it up there a little further, maybe you have, shorter clubs in your hands, but it's a lot of luck too on kind of what lies that you then get.
All right. Do I want a lag putter or putts made inside of 10 feet?
I say lag putting this week. This place is known for the greens. They get so fast. A guy like Rory McIlroy has had a great season lag putting. So that one's going to kind of keep you away from the 3 putts, which, are going to move you down the board versus like, hey, if you're making your occasional, 10-footer, you're going to move up the board. But really, not a ton of guys are making those anyways. So keeping the 3 putts off the board is going to be great.
You see the guys putt it from the fairway from 120 yards out and got it there?
Yeah, Zach Blair on that first hole just plays so severely downhill.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool out there. I had a chance to be out there one time before, and it's an extreme piece of property, and it's really going to show well this week on the TV.
So a lot of times I'll ask you what guys' games are best suited to the challenges of the course, but it sounds like with how Oakmont is set up, that maybe the better question is what guys' weaknesses are going to be disqualifiers.
Well, you may need a little creativity too if you're not hitting fairways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what is interesting about it is that the shorter hitters have played well here in the past, and already they are. Okay, so I'll just spoiler alert because he's not a top 15 player. He is up to 23 in the world. But JJ Spaun, who we know about this year, played great at the Players Championship, has won on the PGA Tour before. He's 4 under par, guys. He's off out of the gates nice. He's He started on the backside. He's on the 12th, 13th hole right now. He's got no bogeys on the card. That's the best round going right now. And he's not a long hitter, but he hits a lot of fairways. So in terms of your question, Ravi, you said what weaknesses are gonna
be disqualifiers for guys that would be in contention at other courses.
Right. That's an interesting one. I just think the bomb it out there and hit it in the rough thing is just not going to fly in the long run this week.
Shane, don't take Bryson DeChambeau. What about a guy?
So anybody John mentions we can't take?
No, I didn't say that.
No.
He was trying to help you out, but you weren't listening, Shane.
And
there was a clue there earlier, huh?
Full disclosure, Shane's operating on the tree of trust because he's the only one, John, who we can't see. He's got his own little birdhouse with 15 can equipment over there, so he's probably all over the golf score. So I mean, if he wins, we'll definitely know what happens. But so I got to ask you about a couple of guys in particular because a lot of people like him, and his odds were surprisingly good. He's everybody's sleeper. What about Keegan Bradley?
Well, I mean, I think Keegan Bradley is a guy that has really thrived on golf courses like this up in the Northeast. He's obviously playing well this year.
You see, the more difficult they are, the better he likes the course.
Yeah, he likes that setup, right? He's like he's a New England guy. I wanted to talk a little football with you guys on this because I was trying to think about. I know you guys love football, and it was like maybe you want to talk about how to describe this golf course a little bit. And I really think it fits in well with their local team. This is pre Aaron Rodgers. We don't want to get a lot of Aaron Rodgers talking here, but this is a Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers guy doesn't mind it. It's okay,
right? This is a Steelers golf course. It's that difficult. It plays that tough. Keegan, I just think the Ryder Cup thing is too big of a distraction for him. In terms of like, am I going to play my way on the team? Then what am I going to do? He's got all this other stuff going on. I think in theory it works, but I just think it's an interesting variable on a guy like him this week. Him specifically, there's so much extra stuff going on.
I can't believe I'm going to ask you about him, but it's like the girl that the guy just can't quit.
Morikawa.
Yep.
Morikawa. Yeah. Hey.
Yes. I'm tempted. I don't know where I'm picking, but I'm going to ask. I feel like I need to have both cheeks slapped instead of just giving them the right then the left. Do I go back to that well?
I think Morikawa's an afternoon guy. Yeah, he's an afternoon guy. So, he's not out there yet. And he's a guy that hits fairways and hits greens and has the medal for major championships. So, we've looked at a couple of these other courses so far this year for the majors. The Masters has been one that is he's been okay at, but not incredible. And then at Quail Hollow, you were able to kind of hit it out there in the rough a little bit and be okay. So it was an advantage to be a little bit of a longer player. So I think Colin is very much in play this week to contend. Has he been consistent enough this year to win? Maybe not, but I don't think that would be a bad one at all, Damon.
If I'm looking for a long shot, because we'll take a long shot, it's too much of the Golf Channel this week for me. But
right,
what's the love fest with Mickelson? Is it because of the circus shot last? What is it with the love fest with Mickelson this week?
Well, I think it's more the storyline, right? He did play well he's played a little bit. He's popped a little bit on Live lately, but we don't know what that's worth, right? We don't know how to quantify it. And so I think the storyline that he's got the most runner-ups in U.S. Open history, 6 of them now, right? And this is the last year that his exemption from winning the PGA and at the age of 50, right? So he's done it. This is the last year that holds true for him. So yes, he's a guy that could get in the mix at any point. I would think that the fairways hit component isn't a great fit for him at this particular venue. Also the love fest this is where Arnold Palmer played his last U.S. Open. This is where he walked away, and Phil's always been compared to Arnold Palmer throughout his career. So I think the storyline is there. It might not be the right fit of the golf course.
John, Appreciate the time.
Who you going with? Who
Oh.
you going with, JR?
Well, I think so. Let's just say we were off on Rory the last time around. We got Rory at the Masters, so we went Rory, Scottie. So then let's go Scottie, Rory for the last two. I think Scottie Scheffler, but I do think this JJ Spawn storyline is very interesting to keep an eye on as the week goes on, because there's been some kind of unique winners here in the past that you kind of came out of nowhere.
All right, let me see if I can dissuade Shane from his jilted lover.
Spawn
about
was plus 15,000 coming.
What about Rahm, who a lot of people like?
Yeah, so I think Rahm, this is one where the course does fit for him, and he started to kind of show up in the majors. You know, the first two this year, it's kind of been one where it's been missing for him since he went over to live, and now maybe he's trending back in the right direction. So he's a good driver of the golf ball, so he should be in play off the tee. His irons haven't been up to maybe his standards, but I do think he's a guy that could get in the mix this week like he has the first couple so far this year.
Fourth best odds coming in, John Rahm.
Yeah, I'm taking all these notes. All right, John.
Mental note.
I'm going for 2 in a row here, man. Wish me luck.
Yeah. Good luck with your picks, and then enjoy just peeling back that leaderboard and going, "Oh man."
Now you got me nervous.
I know. Now I don't know what to do.
Always good, JR. We appreciate you.
Yeah, fun to catch up with you guys. Have a good one. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
That's John Rathouz. He's a former PGA Caddie.
Do we need to take a break, Shane?
Host of the Quiet Please podcast. We don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm just wondering why he's playing the music.
I like the music.
He loves playing
I want to
music.
make our picks.
You want to make the picks real quick?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
It's fresh.
Let's make the picks real quick, and then let's take a break because there's something else I want to get to.
Of course.
Returning to kind of a conversation with Brunts there as we're talking about unit rankings and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I've found some very interesting information.
Shane, I am so tempted to tell you to come out from behind that woodhouse. I am totally trusting you.
Yeah, but how would I be able to talk? I mean,
I don't know. Nobody want to hear you. Just
I'm just throwing garbage out today. So
all right. Are you going to random number?
Yeah, I'll do random number generator real quick here. All right. So Shane, your random number is 1. DB is 2. I'm 3. And we will
just in how we're sitting.
Yes. Random number generator. 1 through 3 here. Generate. Hit the number, buddy. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's happening. 3. All right. So I'm number 1.
Damn it.
No, I'm number 1.
Nope.
Yes, I am.
That would make
You're
me
number 2.
No, I am.
No, because I'd hit it again. And now it's a 1. So you're 3.
I wanted to be 3.
Zip it, Martha.
Tough noogies, bud. I don't know what to tell you.
What?
Tough noogies. Like when you knuckle on somebody's head.
See, I'm actually into this now. I'm listening.
Oh
I can do this. There's no pressure.
I'm telling you, this was not a good week for your.
You seem engaged, Shane. That's good.
Yeah, I'm engaged now.
All right. So I got number 1 here.
Yep.
All right. What you got?
Shane's 2?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I get to go
No,
back.
I'm number 1.
I get to go back to back.
Shane,
Let's go.
Chill. I'm going to go. I'm not going to overthink this. I'm going to go Scottie Scheffler.
Shano?
You suck.
Thank you.
Well, we know that.
I wanted Scottie. I'm going to go John Rahm.
Rahm. DB.
I'll take Rory.
I think that's a nice pick.
I get to go back to back, right?
Yes, sir, you do.
Give me my man, Colin.
Back to back.
Morikawa. All right. Shano.
I'm going to take the current leader right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Spawn?
Yeah.
I'll trust it. I don't love it.
Hey, I asked if the names mentioned were off the board.
That's fine. Long shots are greater than.
That's my long shot.
No, wait. Long shots are greater than 10-1.
10-1.
So
that sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus,
and the long shots are harder to pick.
Plus 10,000.
Okay. So
I'm going back to back here.
Yeah, I'm nervous about Bryson because of what John was telling us about the course, but he is by far the best guy left. I've also got my guy Ludwig, who I love. I'm going to take them both. I'm going to go Bryson and Ludwig.
Wow. Not bad.
All right, Shane, you're up.
I'm going to go Justin Thomas.
You love some Justin Thomas.
Hey, he's got good track run there.
I'm going to go with Joaquin Niemann.
Niemann?
And for my fourth, but not a long shot, give me I'm taking my greens in regulation guy or strokes gain. Give me Straka.
Sepp Straka, baby. All right, Shano.
May need to gain some shots.
Has Rory been taken?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn it.
He was literally the first guy that DB picked.
Well, I wasn't paying any attention.
I can tell.
There's lots of good ones. You got Cantlay, you got Connors, you got Koepka, you got Hovland.
Did you take Colin already?
I did.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought he jinxed it when he said he was listening.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you seem engaged."
He was not listening.
That really. So off the board, Shane.
Okay, yeah, I want Hideki.
Scotty's.
You want Hideki?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Matsuyama for my guy.
So are you taking the last one in the first long shot?
Yep, this is my last regular golfer and then my long shot.
Okay.
For my last regular golfer, I think I'm gonna go Cantlay.
Ain't bad.
And then
Keegan Bradley doesn't make the long shot. He's plus 9,000.
That's the guy I was debating with between Cantlay and Keegan Bradley. For my plus 10,000 or more, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jason Day.
God, you suck.
Was that who you wanted?
I thought you were off Jason Day.
I'd love Jason Day.
I know.
I thought you liked Howie Day. I got confused.
Collide.
It's a song.
I thought you liked Jason Mraz and Howie Day. I got confused. You like Jason Day.
I won't give up, Jason Mraz.
I won't give up. Go ahead.
Shane's up.
You already picked your long shot, so you can pick another regular.
Who's his long shot? Hideki?
Spawn.
Oh.
Spawn's plus 15,000.
Fudge. Are you going to let him get away with that?
He's a cheater. It's fine.
I asked. It was mentioned there.
Yeah.
I wanted to poop the bed for him anyway, so I don't care.
I wanted to set the.
Go ahead, Shane. He does not have to. You got any golfer on the board.
Anybody on the board.
I can't believe you.
It's fine.
He's already won.
He's gonna lose anyway.
I'm gonna go with Mick Fleetwood. Mac.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah.
How did you? Never mind. Okay.
I know. I get it.
All right, you're up. Your long shot.
I'm going to take Mickelson.
All right. You know Shane's going to lose. He's not going to win.
I can't believe you let him off the hook.
He's not going to win. Dude, Spawn's going to be 3 over by the end of tomorrow.
But you gave him – he took his long shot first because he was in the lead, and then you didn't make him take a long shot.
It's fine.
Well, I did that on purpose, though, because
you didn't do it on purpose. You had no idea where JJ Spawn was. All you heard was that he was 4 under, and you're like, I want that guy. He will be over par.
Yeah, because I was listening to the conversation.
I'm not even going to be mad at Shane.
You're going to be mad at me. That's fine.
Yes.
I'll make a bet with you right now that JJ Spawn will be over par by the end of tomorrow.
I asked if that was off limits, and you said no.
You want to make that bet?
I cannot be distracted by wanting to go to that restaurant. I just want it quick, and I'm like, ooh, I'm closer to getting my scallops. But no.
Okay. Because you think I'm right. You think I could be right?
The risk reward isn't worth it.
Well, you never know.
Oh man,
the scallop and reward is pretty good.